Thanks for staying with us on Standpoint. Let's now turn our attention from Rivers State to Edo State, where election is expected to hold this year. Now, ahead of that February the 17th, 2024 governorship primary election of the All Progressives Congress, for the Edo State governorship election, 4 aspirants that were screened out by the Honorable Julius Ihonveri-led committee said they have accepted the outcome of the screening in good faith. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has slated the off-cycle governorship election in Edo State for September the 21st. It was learned that the party has set up the committee as an internal mechanism to screen and pull down the number of aspirants to a manageable level and also ensure a rancor-free primary election. Those that were screened out and accepted the outcome are Dr. Ernest Afolabi Umahie, the immediate past permanent secretary of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Also Prince Kasim Afegboa, the former Commissioner for Information and Orientation. And others are Mrs. Victoria Amu and Victor Taigbe Eboigbe were also screened out, and they have all accepted the decision of that committee in good faith. But let's bring in the former aspirant who has now been screened out to get more of that screening process from her. I was speaking with a former aspirant and chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Victoria Amu. Good to have you join us.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. However, I'm on Zoom, so we hope that we can make the best of it.
Absolutely. We're trusting that network will be on our side in this conversation. But you were here about 2 weeks ago and you were in our studio and you talked about how you were going to pick your form, which is your interest, nomination of interest form. And you talked about how, you were going to go all the way in this race. You were going to pick it on a Monday. But we understand that you have now been screened out. Talk to us about that screening process.
Yes, I was supposed to pick up my nomination form. However, the APC Edo State decided to set up an advisory committee, which was truly not bad. Remember, I told you in that interview that I have been in politics for over 18 years. And those 18 years has enabled me to understand the rules and regulations guiding party affairs. So the advisory committee looked at the number of aspirants and felt that the number was too large to go into the contest. Remember, we are in the opposition, the APC, and we need to go forth with our best foot. So the advisory committee decided to advise us as aspirants and make a decision that we were either willing to abide with or we go headlong. And for me, party is always supreme, whether it's party at the national or party at the state. The advisory committee was set up by the party. So it's obviously the goal of that advisory committee and the party in Edo State is to win the primary election, to win the election, to win the general election. And since that's the interest of every aspirant, I chose to go with the party.
Is it that the party did not think that you can win that election? Because you had said when you were here that you are the most viable of all candidates. And so you are saying that the party wanted to put its best foot forward. First of all, is it that you don't think that you are the best foot? And then the party also doesn't think that you are viable enough to win that election?
I don't think we should make such conclusions. I think like every other thing, when you say it takes a village to raise a child, it also takes two people to be able to navigate a path very well. I think I'm also a best foot forward. But if somebody is better than me, and I know that person will be able to deliver APC and bring us into the party, bring Edo State back to APC, I will work with that person. and I will gladly work with that person because it's not about Victoria Mo. It can't be about Victoria Mo. It's about APC, and it's about what the people of Edo State truly want and who the people of Edo State think would be able to judge. So if my role in this process is to help deliver whoever is going to be the governor of Edo State, I would gladly be able to do it because that's where the party wants me to be, and that's the role they want me to play. So it's fine for me.
And we get that you are a party loyalist. You've been with your party for a really long time, but one would have also thought that being the only woman in the race, that should have given you some sort of leverage and advantage in the party, seeing that there are not many. I mean, you're just the only woman who is in this race, and that they should have given you that space, and giving a woman a chance as well, because you talked about the fact that, look, we've never had a female governor, or we've never seen a female governor in Edo State.
True. Like I told you, it's not about Victoria Mo. And having a female governor in Edo State, it's a process. And it's a process that I am championing. It's a process that women are gradually understanding their role. So we come from, this is what it is. We are like this as women trying to take government, and I'm trying to narrow the gap so women can actually fit in. You can't expect something like that is like this. So in 24 hours or within a day or within 4 months become this way. So it's a process that it's a process that evolves itself. And I'm happy women are talking. I'm happy people are talking. I'm happy the state and Nigeria is seeing that it's time for women to be governors. But at this point, we've been doing the twinning. States have been doing the twinning, where you have a governor, a male governor, and you have a female as the deputy governor. It has worked in so many places. If it worked with Wike in Rivers, I think it can work anywhere. Because I know Wike's deputy was a woman, and the woman stayed for 8 years. And it worked in Lagos State. So it's definitely going to work in Edo State. So I think the leadership and the party felt that the role that the female gender will be able to play perfectly. That's what we are going to see in this election. We are going to see APC coming out loud and clear the role of the women who have played politics, and I'm so happy that I am one of those who are championing in Edo State. So it's a win-win.
From the way you're speaking, are we likely to see Victoria Mo as a deputy governor candidate for APC?
If the party finds me fit enough and worthy to be the deputy governor, yes, why not? Because I know that there are so many things I can bring to bear. I know that as a party faithful, I do understand what the party is all about. I know also, as an indigenous of Edo State, I know what my people are going through. I know that my people are suffering. I know that my people cannot sleep with their eyes closed. I know that there's a lot of, the schools are not good, infrastructure is bad. I know that our hospitals are bad, I live it, I know it. So, and they know that I need it, I live it. And they know that I, Victoria, am very accessible. And I, Victoria, is someone that brings about change, not just with lip service, but brings about change, doing things to bring about change. So hopefully we will see that.
So let me ask you about this conversation on zoning. You are from Owan West, which is part of Edo North. But we've seen, even Owan West, Edo North has even more dominance from ASACO, in the ASACO people. But people have talked about how there should be zoning arrangement and that it should be zoned to Edo Central. Where do you stand in all of this conversation of zoning of the party candidates to Edo South, sorry, Edo Central?
The issue of zoning is solely the responsibility of the party. We as individuals can speculate, but however, our speculation amounts to nothing. In Edo State, Edo South has the largest voters. Then you have Edo North. Then you have Edo Central. For years, Edo Central has always been PDP enclave in Edo State. It is with this last election that we now saw APC taking the Senate seat and the House of Reps seat, which is good, which is a fine beginning for something that will be big. So the party also needs to sit down and weigh its options, because like I told you, the goal is not about a zone. The goal is not about a person or individual. The goal is about Edo State becoming APC. Because when Edo State was APC, there was light everywhere. Then Edo State was APC. The hospitals actually had doctors in them. And the hospitals were not as the fee for service is not as astronomical as it is today. People were able to access hospitals. When APC was in power, there were so many, the schools were rebuilt, the teachers were trained. So we truly want to see those kind of things. And in order for us to see those kind of things, it is not about a zone and it is not about an individual. And I hope that we all can work together because the goal is for APC to take back Edo State. The goal is for Edo indigenes to be happy that, yes, they are enjoying the dividend of democracy. And that's where we are going.
But I understand when you say that it is not about a zone, but every party also has a strategy for winning an election. And one of those strategies is usually where the candidate comes from. And you have talked about how the Edo North and Edo South has more voting population. And you've also talked about how they are more of the stronghold of the APC, while the Edo Central is more of the stronghold, or at least over the years, has been a stronghold of the PDP. Is that an indication that your candidate might likely come from the Edo South or Edo North?
I'm a APC party chieftain, but I'm not yet at the decision-making level. And that's why we said we hope to see by the next party election a woman as the party chairman of APC or a woman as the party secretary of APC. If you were asking me this kind of question as one of the party structures, one of the executives of the party, I would be able to give you the answer. But as it is, I think the party will make the best decision. And don't forget, APC National is not just going to leave us alone in Edo State. APC National is going to look at the issues at hand. They are already listening to all the cries that is going on in Edo State. They are already winning. They are already weighing their options. So we're going to have the APC at the national as a firm support for Edo State. We never had that in the last dispensation. Even though APC was at the national, APC Edo did not have the support, the full support of APC national in Edo State. But this time, because APC today is renewed hope, and I so much believe in the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he is looking at every state and looking at the cries, listening to the cries of all the citizens of the state. So I know that we're going to get his support in Edo State, and I know that Edo will definitely be an APC state.
All right, so let's talk about your statement you made, and I just want to get your thought on that, an explanation. You have said that that Edo State makes one wonder, or the condition of Edo State makes one wonder if there is a governor in that state. What exactly do you mean by that?
I didn't use those words. I just said, in Edo State, my people cannot sleep with their eyes closed. I said, in Edo State, the schools are bad. And
You did not say that. Sorry to interrupt you. You did not say that in this conversation. You said that at another engagement.
Okay. Then let me continue my line of thought.
All right.
The cries of my people are huge, and if you open the internet, you will find a lot of those things we're talking about at real life. You find that security is a problem. You find that healthcare is a problem. You find that infrastructure is a problem. You find that our children go to school these days. Some of them are sitting on the floor. It's not something we made up. It's something that is there. If you go to my village, our west, you find schools. You find schools without windows. You find schools without door. You wonder when it is raining. You find some without roofs. If you go to schools in Edo Central itself, you find a school that has SS 1 to 3 and they are getting ready for WAEC. You find only one teacher in those schools. So what can we say? Are those not real life situations? Do you need a roving camera to go into those schools and bring them live on live television to be able to justify what people have been saying? Those things are real life and those things are there. The present governor has functioned within the confines of he has functioned within his limits. He has evolved the state as much as he understands how to evolve the state. But in his evolving the state the way he thinks is good, a lot of those citizens are also crying. So that means there is a gap. If thinks he's doing the right thing, and a lot of adult people are complaining that the state is in disarray. There's no school for the children. There's no security. People are kidnapped every day on the streets of Edo State. People are kidnapped every day. On the streets of Edo State. Right. The infrastructure is not good, and then the governor and his followers are championing him and doing it right. There is a gap.
Some will say that, look, these issues are not peculiar to Edo State alone, but I wish we could talk about it. My time is up. I'm sure that in the course of this build-up to the election, we're going to speak to you more often. Always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you so much for talking to us, APC Chieftain.
Thank you Victoria so much. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you have more women on your shows. Especially
Absolutely.
when it pertains to politics.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of women who are grounded in politics and who can speak about it. And as Edo is going on, I hope to see you when the government comes in, where you'll be able to justify that there are women in governance this time around.
All right.
Thank you so much.
We're looking forward to that. Thank you so much for your time, Victoria Mo. That's been Standpoint. Remember, you can watch a repeat broadcast at 11 p.m. tonight and 5 or 6 a.m. on Sunday morning. Thanks for watching. I am Precious Amayo.